something that is very interesting to notice is the relationship of the breath to the heart. We have 4 heartbeats, usually an adult has 4 heartbeats, for every breath that is taken. Now if you imagine that in eurythmy, the arms are the unfolding into space of the lungs and of the heart, lo and behold, you have 4 hands, so the heart that is pulled out into space. You have 4 hands that constitute the length of the arm. And there's a warmth then that happens also. We don't touch each other physically on stage in eurythmy, because our gestures, by having this heart and this lung pulled out into space, our gestures, if they're well done, they embrace the space, they embrace the audience, they embrace the people with whom we're moving without having to physically touch. Because you flip this heart inside out, and you have the heart then pulled out into space. Something to observe are the hands. Take violin, for example. You have, says Dominique Oppenau, you have the same gesture, but instead of the hands being parallel, like in piano, one of them is turned up. One faces down, one faces up. But both have a gesture of being closed upon each other. After the training, I picked up my violin and I was playing, and suddenly I had a very strong experience that the sound was coming out of my hands. That in this warm enclosure that we have in the hands, around the bow and around the fingerboard, that this warmth actually was creative, created sound, that sound streamed out of my hands. Now this, in eurythmy, is a gesture. All the colors have a gesture, red, yellow, blue, green, so on and so forth. White and black also. And it so happens that this is actually the color black in eurythmy. You do not clench your fist, because right now then the soul has cannot go into the fist. The fist is closed. There's actually no experience of color in here. But if you open it and feel that within this warmth, actually, within this warm hand, there is a light that shines at the center of it, then you have a color, then you have a gesture that allows the soul to penetrate through. And so within the enclosure of a warm hand, where you have the distal phalange of the thumb resting on the fingers, you can feel that in this warmth there is a light in it, and that is the color black. Polarity is not opposition, meaning that in eurythmy we do not work with the opposites of dark and light and warm and cold, but we work with the polarity of warmth and light. So there is always a streaming or working with between warmth or light. And what in violin, the sound that is created in the violin through these warm black hands, for me in eurythmy, they actually have to open out into a straight hand, so that sound, tone, becomes light in eurythmy. So what is played and what is an experience of warmth with a string instrument is an experience of light in eurythmy. And then you can see that through your hands, through these hearts that are opened up into space, the sound of a violin can sing through, can shine through, can radiate in light. And so you have a transformation of warmth into light.